What's up, guys? Welcome back to Cheatlanders. So I'm doing some poll modifications here, trying to figure out what works now. So I'm just going to tinker with this stuff. This will maybe give you guys some information on how to build polls properly. There's really only a couple of ways that they work. So the idea behind the poll is you want it to one tap, preferably chest and arms. Head is always a one tap if you're using gold ammo. I think as long as you have sniper on, I think you'll get a one tap. But basically, the goal is to build them so that like you can one tap T4s or T5s, because those are going to be your kitted players that you're going after. T3s, you can one tap them pretty easily. I try to aspire to make them tap T4s at the very least. Otherwise, if it can't tap a T4 with one shot, and preferably I want it to bullet recycle so that if I do tap them, I get my ammo back, because this ammo is pricey, guys. You miss a couple of times, you may not make your money back off of the kit that they have, especially if they're T3. If they're T3 and they got garbage, they may not be worth using this on. So I want T4s because I know I can make my money back. This ammo, like, this gets bought up pretty quickly, and it starts to become like 4K a shot. So, matter of fact, I might just buy up that 3K ammo that they have listed right here, because 4K is about the average now for this ammunition. And I like to use quick mags because you don't really need more than 5 shots for the matches that are going on now. I would not bring these into 3s. They're too slow to really be useful in a 3s fight. So it's like you're not going to be using these for 3s fights. This is going to be solo. Solo or arena are the ideal uses for this weapon. So yeah, you want them to one tap T4s or T5s. So I'll show you some of the builds that I have currently. Hold on, I'm having an issue right now with my mail being full, and I have a billion polls built right now. So let me show you the cheapest version of the poll that you can build. So the cheapest ones are going to be these. Let me find here. This is the most basic build. All right, so your most basic build is going to look like this. Now, this can be a ×8, it can be a ×4, it can be a ×2, it can be just a basic red dot or hollow sight, so long as it has sniper and torso at least 13%. Then you either need rifling or AP, and then I recommend deep damage, because on the off chance, at a distance, you really can't tell what armor people are wearing. This weapon is geared towards one-tapping T4s, but if you happen to hit a T5, I want him to waste some meds trying to heal back up. That's why the deep damage is on there. You don't need the deep damage. You don't need any secondary stat at all. If you want to save money, you can just go rifling if you can find them. But like on the auction house, sometimes they're all bought up. Yeah, there's like one, and it's not too much cheaper than the one with deep damage. So I would just take the deep. And then you need sniper and a torso, 13%. Pick your optic zoom of choice. You're going to spend about 100K for the ×8s though, which is why sometimes I opt for sorry, Charlie horse on my feet. Sometimes I opt for the T4s. Like, I'll get on here and check occasionally. Sometimes you'll find somebody list one for cheap. Like, I can find these down to 40K sometimes. So sometimes, grabbing a ×4 ain't too bad. Sometimes, like, I'm pretty decent with the ×2s as well. The red dots and the hollows, I'd say, are the hardest to use, but also they are the cheapest to buy. So now if you're a phone player, it may be a different story for you and your play style, because I know snipers are harder with phones for people that play on legit phones and aren't like using an emulator to play the phone version. All right, so that covers your first two. Then you're going to need bullet recycle and warhead. You're going to need both of these. And this is about a 50K mag right now, 50 to 60. You can find it cheaper. I found them down to 30 before, and I bought a bunch up, which is why I have a truckload of them now. And they're on a lot of these. So, and then you don't really need like a super awesome cheek piece, but I like the stable pallet ones because it is a significant bolt increase. So if you need follow-up shots, like if you hit a T5 and he doesn't die, or you hit an arm, because this weapon will only work. Oh no, with the warhead on, it will kill the arms as well. That's why I'm using the warhead, because you don't need the warhead to tap in the chest. All you need is bullet recycle. So if you want to save some money, you can just bullet recycle, but know that if you hit them in the arms, they're not going to die. And I want them to die, so I'm putting warhead on all of mine. You don't have to. You could save yourself like 45K if you don't want the warhead, but I want them to die if I hit them in the arms. And I'll show you how this works. We'll go into match here, and then I'll show you this build, which it's not ideal. This scope right here, if you get the torso with the armor destructor, you can one-tap T5s, but only in the chest. And you need this. You need a rifling or an AP and an airtight chamber suppressor or whatever. Doesn't have to be a suppressor. It can be whatever you want. I prefer the suppressors because it gives you kind of an advantage. They don't know where you're shooting from. And then you also need at least a 6% heated and a bullet recycle. I have tried to make it work with a bullet warhead mag. You can't do it, not with this scope. Actually, I think with any scope. This other one is the ideal build if you want to tap T5s, because this will tap T5s in the arms and the chest, but it's pricey. And right now, I don't have too many scopes that are higher than the T2. And this would cost a lot of money if you lost it in raid to some cheater. But you do need at least a 9% heated and a bullet recycle. This mag is pricey. I think they're around 100K or higher. 100 to 150, I think I've seen. I like to pick them up when I see them for 100. This mag, this suppressor also is starting to get expensive. You used to be able to find these or buy these for about 25 to 35K. Right now, price is 60K, 60, 62. So hope you had some laying around. But if you do, you can put one of these on. You need sniper, torso. It still needs to be a 13%. Actually, I think it needs to be a 15% to do the T5s. Maybe. I don't know. We can go into shooting range and test it. And then, also the stable pallet. So let's go into the shooting range real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So right now, this is the T4 tapper we're working with. Torso, rifling deep, bullet warhead, pallet. You don't need this extra stat. We're not going to be reloading this in range anyway, or in raid anyways. I only take the 5 rounds because if you lose it, 5 rounds times what, 4K? That's 20K in ammo right there that they're going to get. So I don't like to give them too much extra money in ammo if they do manage to get me. The whole point of this is to tap people that are kitted and, get gear without losing a lot if we lose, our sniper to some cheap Farian. So see, the T4 is dead in the chest. And since he dies instantly, we get our bullet back. Now in the arm, why is that only a 90? That's not right. Something be whack, yo. I swear I could do arms with this. Something's funky. But why? I mean, I guess arms on T3, they're still dead. But apparently, arms on the T4 is not, which is weird. I swear I had them dead with this. Maybe I put it on there to kill the T3s if I hit them in the arms. I don't know. I can't remember now. It does not work. I thought I had them. Arms on the T4, but apparently not. Alright, so chests, they're dead. T3s are definitely dead. They're even dead in the arms with this build. This is the cheapest build anymore that you can get. I suppose if you wanted to save money on the mech, you can take off the warhead, but you won't be able to tap T3s, but you are saving like 40k, I guess. It is what it is. I swear I had this working for, oops. Oh, hold on. There we go. I got lagged up there. Okay, so onto this sucker. This sucker will tap the T5s. Dead in the chest. Not in the arms, though. But headshot, you're always dead if you hit him in the head with this thing. And it's a whole lot easier, like if you opt for the larger zoom scopes, and you're good with them, it is easier to head tap people further away with the more high-powered scope, which is why I could justify, you know, spending 100k for some of the scopes. But yeah, that's not the most ideal build, and it's still really pricey. Like, this scope is not cheap. This is 60k. This is 100k. So that's 160 plus this is probably, I'd say, at least 100k. So you're looking at a couple 100,000 for this guy. This guy right here, relatively cheap. I think these scopes, I was getting them for, well, I don't know. We'll check and see what the price is on these guys. I think they're like 100k now. So yeah, you're looking at a few 100k. But for something that one taps, it's not bad. This guy right here is the doomsday. Like, this thing comes out, hits you, you're dead. Now right now, this is only a ×2, but you're dead in chest and arms on a T5. So, and most people aren't running heavies. Very few people are running heavies, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Most you'll run into is a T5, but they're usually cheating. So most of the time, you're not going to get an opportunity to snipe them. And any opportunity that you do get is probably going to be risky, because from that range, or even a little bit further, like if I were to pull this out, there's a good chance that T5 is running cheats, and he's going to aim lock me with an M4. And just, he'll decimate you before you can kill him with this. Or he'll come pretty damn close if you do manage to. That's if you hit your shot. If you don't hit your shot, too bad, so sad. Yeah, you might want to be wearing a first aid armor if you're going to try to kill cheaters with something like this. Because most of them that run T5 M4s have ESP and aim lock. So that's what you're looking at, basically. I thought for sure I was one-tapping the T4 arms. That was the whole point of putting the warhead on, but maybe it was just to kill the T3s. I was building them just like this. Yep. Let me go back in real quick. What's going on here? I was like, why do I have no slots? I'm having a bit of an inventory crisis at the moment. I'm trying to fix it. Don't judge me. I've got too much stuff, okay? I've got here, all my better poles are down here, and I gotta fix these ones too. These ones aren't up to snuff either. I don't think the 13s will cut it. Ones like this that are 16, they'll have to be upgraded so that it can tap T5s. And to do that, I'm going to need these, and also you're going to need 9% heated bullet recycle, which are pricey. So what we're looking at here as far as 13s go, 89, you know, that's the cheapest. So 90 to 100K for these guys. Then you're looking at bullet warhead. You're looking at 50 something K for these. And then your suppressor is probably the cheapest thing. You're looking at like 8K for those. And then probably another 9 for these. Oh gosh. Sometimes you can find the green ones that are by themselves for 9. If you want the super one, which I don't recommend running, unless you're doing it for an arena build. Like these aren't, it's not worth putting these on at 100K on your official server. Guys, we'll be running this M16 here soon. I killed some nerds with it, it was fun. There's been a lot of cheaters on today though, so see what we can do. Trying to sell some stuff. I got a lot of stuff to sell. There's just not a lot of people buying, you know, right now. Let me try this thing out. I'm burning through repair things, messing with these. My shooting range. That's essentially all the, you know, the information that I have for you on the polls. So if you want to check out now, you can. I won't blame you for not watching the video to the end because I'm just dilly-dallying. What? Alright, so dead in the chest. 90 in the arms. I feel like they changed something. Because I was one tapping these arms. See, now the T3. They must have increased the damage reduction for arms, maybe. Because I swear I built these to one tap the T4s. I was playing with it. And 90 is not what I was hoping for. So, I bet you could do it with probably a 6% warhead. I mean, it's like double the amount of money though. These are 60 right now, and if you wanted a heated warhead, 100. God, that's cheapest. Pricey. It is pricey to have the poles. I've got a bunch though. I'm gonna start running these. They are handy for taking down nerds. Problem is once I tap them, like then I don't want to drop the pole, so then I have 3 less slots to stash their kit with. Most of the time the gun is worth the most. So yeah, I mean you can run silence. Silence and deep are the 2 things that I recommend. Silence if you really are trying to be stealthy, but most of the time people can tell. I don't think silence is as helpful as deep damage, to be honest. And you know, ones like this I need to upgrade because that could be a full tapper. So I'm gonna be going through here just like upgrading these things, and I'll go ahead and end the video here because you don't need to sit here with me while I just dilly-dally. I'm gonna turn on some music and get her done, boys, and then you know we'll have some new videos here soon. And I'm also going to start playing some Tarkov and some other video games here for the channel here soon. It's just I've been busy with real life stuff and getting another job. So got a lot of stuff going on. But I will be doing more stuff on the channel here soon. So don't abandon me just yet. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.